Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Maybelline Lifter Gloss Bronze Collection. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I will do my best to reply back. I not only picked up the bronze collection, I also picked up some of their OG shades that I didn't have in my collection. Definitely go through those later. I reviewed the Maybelline Lifter Glosses last year. If you have not seen that video, I'll link it right over here in the cards if you guys are interested. Each Lifter Gloss retails for $8.99 at Ulta Beauty. That's where I purchased everything. I do want to read a little bit about these glosses on Ulta's website. Maybelline New York's Lifter Gloss Bronze Collection Lip Gloss with hyaluronic acid delivers glossy lips and a full look. Then it goes on to list the benefits. It says long-lasting hydration and fuller-looking glowing lips. Non-sticky lip gloss has an XL wand to enhance lip contour in one swipe. Shade inspired by the golden hour. Lifter Gloss gets a glow and luxe packaging. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It says Maybelline Lifter Gloss plus hyaluronic acid. You get 5.4 milliliters or 0.18 fluid ounces of product. There's nothing on top of the cap, and then down at the bottom you have the shade name. This shade is called 020 Sun. There's nothing on the sides of the packaging. And then on the very back of the packaging, you have the barcode and the ingredients. Let's see what the first shade in Sun looks like. Here's what the first shade in Sun looks like. I'll try to build up the shade so you guys can see. Sun is a clear gloss. On Ulta's website, there's no shade description, so we're just gonna try on the glosses. These glosses do have a vanilla scent to it. It smells very yummy. I love this formula. It doesn't feel sticky at all. The next shade is called 019 Gold. Wow, that's pigmented. I forgot how pigmented these glosses were. I don't think I would wear this gloss shade on its own. I think it would look great paired with a matte liquid lipstick. The next shade is called 018 Bronze. This shade is beautiful. This shade is gorgeous. I can definitely see myself wearing it on its own. The next shade is called 017 Copper. Another beautiful shade. Copper is another gorgeous shade. Last shade in the bronze collection is 016 Rust. Rust is beautiful as well. Rust is pretty as well. Here we have all 5 of the shades in the bronze collection. This collection does have some micro shimmers in the formula. I'm not sure if my camera is picking it up, but you can definitely see it in person if you do swatch it on the back of your hand. I kind of line them up together so you can see what I'm talking about. I love these new shades in the bronze collection. There was only one shade that I wasn't really a huge fan of. It was in the shade Gold. I don't see myself reaching for this shade, but the other 4 shades I can definitely see myself reaching for. Now let's move on to the 8 shades I don't currently have in my collection. Next shade is called 002 Ice. Ice is a clear gloss. In the packaging, Ice and Sun look like completely 2 different shades, but they are both clear glosses, so I want to see what they look like side by side swatched on the back of my hand. Here's what Sun looks like, and this is part of their new bronze collection. Up top we have the shade in Ice, down at the bottom we have the shade in Sun. They're both clear glosses. I don't think you need the shade in Sun if you already have Ice in your collection. I might be wrong, but let's see what the shade in Ice looks like applied on the lips. I'm pretty sure both of these shades are gonna look the same on your lips. I'm gonna apply the shade in Sun on my bottom lip so we can see what they look like side by side. I removed the shade in Ice from my bottom lip. Let's see if I'm correct. Let's apply the shade in Sun on my bottom lip. In person, I can definitely notice the difference. On my top upper lip, I have the shade in Ice, which has more of a high shine finish. And on my bottom lip, I have the shade in Sun, which has those micro glitters in it, and it's not super shiny as the shade in Ice is. Not sure if my camera is gonna pick up the fine micro glitters on my bottom lip. As I mentioned earlier, the bronze collection has those fine micro glitters in it, which I don't mind at all. The next shade is called 001 Pearl. This shade in Pearl, you can see those fine little micro glitters that I was talking about earlier. Pearl is another beautiful shade. I'm gonna apply Ice and Sun on the back of my hand so we can see what it looks like against Pearl. On top we have the shade in Pearl, on the bottom we have the shade in Ice. The shade in Ice doesn't have those fine micro glitters like the shade in Pearl does. Let's apply Sun down at the bottom. Sun doesn't have that high shine finish like Ice does, but it doesn't have those micro glitters either. It honestly depends on what clear gloss you're going for that day. If you want something that's clear with a high shine finish, I would go with the shade in Ice. If you want something more subtle, I would go with the shade in Sun. If you want something with a little bit more sparkle in it, I would go with the shade in Pearl. The next shade is called 006 Reef. Reef is so pretty. This shade is gorgeous. Reef was one of the shades that I wasn't able to try on my lips because it was open. Definitely check the safety seal on the back. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. On the back of the packaging, you can see I opened the shade in Reef, but the next shade in Crystal isn't opened. This is what it should look like in store. It should be sealed, not opened like this. If you see it open in store, don't even bother picking it up. The next shade is called 010 Crystal. Crystal is another one of those shades that have those fine micro glitters in it. It's really pretty. Crystal is another gorgeous shade. The next shade is called 012 Opal. Opal is another clear gloss with those fine micro shimmers. Opal is another beautiful shade. I do want to compare it with the other clear glosses. I'm going to swatch the shade in Pearl next to Opal. Here's what both of them look like side by side. Pearl does have that milky undertone to it, whereas Opal has a clear sheen to it. Right underneath both of those shades, I'm going to swatch the shade in Ice. Here's what Ice looks like. I feel like Ice and Opal are kind of similar. Ice and Opal have that high shine finish. Lastly, I'm going to swatch the shade in Sun from their bronze collection. Here's what all four of them look like side by side. As I did mention earlier, it depends on what clear gloss look you're going for. Next shade is called 013 Ruby. Ruby is another beautiful shade. This shade has a bit of a pink tint to it. It is stunning. The second to last shade is called 014 in Heat. I like that the shade isn't as pigmented as it is in the tube. I prefer the shade in Heat over the shade in Ruby. It has a little bit more of a pink tint to it, which I really do love. The last shade is called 015 Sand. This shade is stunning as well. Here's what all 8 shades look like swatched on the back of my hand. My final thoughts on these 8 additional shades is that I really do like the formula. I like these glosses as well. Some of them have a hint of tint to it, which I really do like. Others are clear with a high shine finish. Let me know in the comments down below which shade was your favorite. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.